Welcome to the Activated Storytellers 76th podcast, March 29th, 2008.
This week's story is The Farmer and Hercules, an Aesop fable.
Hi, I'm Dennis.
And I'm Kimberly.
And I am Zephyr.
And together we are
the Activated Storytellers plus one.
This week we have a special guest star. A friend has joined us to tour for a week or so, and her name is Corey. Hi, Corey.
Hi.
Tell us a little bit about Corey.
Corey's from Arizona. Corey traveled in an RV herself for a couple of years, and Corey enjoys referring to herself in the third person.
I was wondering about that. Yes, I was amazed to find out that you did actually travel with your family for a couple of years in an RV. And how was that experience?
It was really good. I don't know if I would do it now, but my dad dragged us to every national park he could lay his eyes on. And yeah, it was good. We, met a lot of people and heard different stories about them traveling around. So.
Oh, wonderful. We're happy to have Corey along with us this week. We're traveling from Vegas to Reno with Corey.
Something that we were talking about earlier is apparently we both did a lot of junior ranger programs in the national parks.
You enjoyed those too?
Did mass amounts of junior ranger badges.
Yeah, Zephyr used to have a vest that was littered with badges.
And we came to Las Vegas from Albuquerque, and we made it after a great deal of difficulty. We had quite a number of vehicle problems on the way. We had mechanical difficulties 5 consecutive days. That's never happened before. So it's actually 2 different problems that gave us trouble, but it was 5 days in a row. First, we ruptured a heater hose, and then that caused the engine to overheat. That wasn't too difficult to repair.
No, but waiting for the mechanic, you're thinking, oh no, the transmission's out, the radiator's out, this is going to be a huge bill.
And then we had a brake problem, which really mystified a couple of mechanics, and we didn't actually get it repaired until we got into Las Vegas.
Well, we thought we had it repaired.
But we didn't. We managed to get broken down by the side of the road again. We actually had to spend the first night in Vegas at a campground.
That we got towed to.
Yeah, we had to get towed to the campground because there was no other place to put the RV. The mechanics wouldn't be able to get to it until morning, and there was nowhere to park it, so we just ended up being towed to a campground. And the worst part was I was getting ready to go to a convention, another haunted attraction convention, much like the one I attended last year, but I was getting ready to go to another one of those, and that was supposed to be the first day of the convention, so we were literally just rolling into town morning of the convention, and the RV breaks down on the side of the road, so I ended up missing the first day, but...
Although I don't think Dennis would say that would be the worst part of the breakdown. What was the worst part for you? The tow truck comes, and he can only take 2 of us in the tow truck.
I had to ride my bike about 20 miles from where the tow truck towed us from to the campground that he towed us to. I didn't mind the bike ride so much. I just didn't like the whole idea that we had to do that. And I have to say, Las Vegas is a town that really has gotten too big for its britches. I don't mean just in size, but I mean in its attitude. Nowadays, it seems they cater exclusively to the very rich. There's no more family-friendly entertainment, or very little. It's just really gone downhill in the last few years.
Yeah, I think Las Vegas is getting a big thumbs down from us. We remembered a lot of the fun things. They used to have free shows at Excalibur. They used to have, the long time ago, they used to have the Wizard of Oz at MGM. It's just some fun stuff that you could go around and see and do without spending a lot of money, and it's gone. I think we saw a plate of macaroni and cheese for $17 for macaroni and cheese.
That's not my biggest complaint. My biggest complaint is not so much the fact that they're tearing out a lot of the great attractions. My biggest complaint is what they're replacing them with. If you want to change things and keep them fresh, sure, but almost literally everything that they're taking out is being replaced with a bar or a nightclub.
And of course, they already a few years ago did that terrible changeover at Treasure Island. They used to have this wonderful ship battle there right on the street, and they still have 2 ships engaging each other, but they totally redid the show, and it doesn't involve pirates anymore. It just really stinks.
Although when Corey did get to town, Zephyr and Corey did do some fun stuff. You want to tell us a little bit about what you guys have done that was fun?
Yeah, we did Star Trek The Experience.
Which is the one really, really amazing attraction left in Vegas.
Although it does cost, and costs more now.
One thing we did do that was free fortunately. We got pretty lucky. We were at the Rio, just sort of standing around, and this guy came up and asked if we were waiting for the parade in the sky. We said, yeah, and so he said, well, I have these 2 tickets for getting on the float, but I have to leave. And so he gave us those tickets. So we got to go on the float, the one shaped like a giant plant that hangs from the ceiling, and, dressed as hippies and shook tambourines.
And make everybody else down below jealous.
Absolutely.
All right, so Vegas not as exciting as it used to be, but it's interesting.
Especially if you have kids, it's not as exciting as it used to be. There's not a lot you can do with kids anymore.
No, definitely not family friendly anymore.
I wouldn't say that. There is a lot of stuff you can do with kids. There's Adventure Dome at Circus Circus. There's the circus acts at Circus Circus. There is still the show outside of Treasure Island, but as we mentioned, it's not nearly as good as it used to be. There's still Star Trek.
Well, the new show they do outside Treasure Island is geared really for adults now. It's not really a kid-friendly show anymore. And even the things that are for kids in Las Vegas have gotten to be so much more expensive. Yeah, in fact, we were in Luxor, the one Egyptian-based. It's shaped like a pyramid. Used to be able to go in there, and they would have this really nice boat ride. That's gone. They have a really good game arcade that is closing in 2 days.
We also met up with another family on the road. They met with us in Carlsbad Caverns, and we found them again in Las Vegas, and about the only thing that we kind of found interesting was going through the M&M store, just because it was remarkable at how much they can charge for M&Ms, $10 for a pound, and all this M&M overkill merchandise was kind of appalling to go. So it's kind of fun to go in and go, oh my gosh, they can get away with this. Well, we do have a story for you this week, and we're going to be playing off of our breakdown, 5 days of breakdowns coming from Albuquerque to Las Vegas. So we found a story that ties in with that. And we're going to get to that in just a minute. But first of all, I want to remind everybody that we are still running the Be a Character contest. And to be in the Be a Character contest, to possibly be a character, all you have to do is leave us a comment, and we'll throw your name in a hat, and then we'll pick one, and one of them will be the character. You can leave, there's some information about how to leave us comments on the website at activated.libsyn.com, or you can just give us a call at 206-202-3976 and leave us a voice comment.
Hi everyone, this is Nikolai from Dancing with Dolphins. And this is Caleb from Day with Fee. And you're listening to Dennis, Kimberly, and Zephyr, the activated storytellers. So give them a hug, show them some love, and give them a call at 206-202-3976. That's 206-202-3976. Get activated!
And now let's get to our story. The Farmer and Hercules.
Oh, I'm a farmer, yes, I'm a farmer today. I drive my cart and feed my mule a bunch of dry hay. Da-da-da-da.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Beg your pardon. I just thought you might want to know there's a few puddles up ahead. You might want to steer clear of them and, guide your mule along there.
Oh, I ain't going to get involved in that. I'm a pretty non-committal farmer, you know. I'm just going to let my mule pull the cart 'cause it's his job.
Yeah.
Yep, that's right. You get to do your job and pull the cart. Now, giddy up there.
Yeah.
Hey, what you doing now? You're heading right for the mud. Don't you know better than that? Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Don't you know better than to go in the mud? Oh, here, pull it out. Now you better pull it out. I'm going to sit that right down here and watch while you pull it out. Oh, what am I going to do with you?
Excuse me, sir, are you having problems there? I'm a wagon mechanic.
I didn't call Triple Alpha.
Well, no, I was just looking at your wagon. You know, it's a pretty nice model, but you seem to have it stuck in the mud here. See, well, there's the problem. It looks like you're not going to get enough traction to pull that out, because what happens is it looks like the rear axle is riding up. But what kind of wagon you have? Fords will do that. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, that's going to run you at least 500 million thousands for a new axle.
I don't need no new axle. I just need somebody to pull me out of the mud. You want to pull it out for me? You want to pull it out for me?
I can't do that because I'm actually a dealer, which means that I'm limited by contract, which means, well, basically I'm useless.
Never mind. I'll just have my mule pull me out, or I'll find somebody else to help. You there, ma'am. You look like you're a washerwoman or something. You should have some stout arms. You want to try giving my cart a push?
Well, actually, seeing as you're stuck in the mud, I figure you have a little bit of time. I'm actually going through my new line of donkey cosmetics, and I thought you might be interested in buying a pack. Seeing as you're stuck, I figured I could just take a few minutes out of your day. Now, we have this new line. We have some blushes, very good for bringing out those cheekbones.
You sure you ain't selling timeshares or something?
Oh, no, I'm done with that now. No, see, I'll just open my case for you here. See, we have some very interesting products. Would you be interested in any of them?
Not unless it'll help my donkey to get out of the mud.
Well, that's not really my area. All right, well, I better just busy myself along then. You be sure to call me if you change your mind. Here's my card.
How am I going to get my wagon out of the mud?
Oh, I don't know. Why don't you just pray to Hercules or something?
Oh, that's a good idea. Hercules is the god of strength. He should be strong enough to come down here and pull this wagon out. Oh, hear me, almighty Hercules. My wagon is stuck in the mud. Please pull it out for me.
You rang?
Oh, yeah, mighty Hercules. I know you're real strong because I can smell you. Woo! I know you're the strongest critter on Mount Olympus. And so I was just wondering if you could pull my cart out of the mud for me. It's stuck.
I see. And how have you tried getting it out thus far?
Well, I asked a couple of people to help me, but they wouldn't do it.
I'll make you a deal. You put your own shoulder to the wheel, and then I'll help you pull it out.
My own shoulder? I never thought of that. You mean I'm supposed to put some effort into it, too? Maybe that's why my crops have been dying. I haven't been helping them grow. Oh, well, here goes nothing. Okay, anytime now. Thank you, mighty Hercules. You ain't going to send me a bill for this, are you?
I suppose I'll let you off free of charge this time. But next time, try finding the solution yourself before you call on me. I'm really rather busy.
And that's the story of the farmer and Hercules. Speaking of Hercules, this is sort of a sequitur. You may recall that Disney did a Hercules animated movie.
Do you remember that?
I do remember that. It was one of my favorites.
Do you remember the plates that McDonald's had out?
Zephyr did a McDonald's commercial in which he promoted the Hercules plates that McDonald's was distributing at that time.
You remember that one?
I remember that one. Actually, amazingly enough, I was famous for a couple of years off of that simply for the line, "Just don't do both at the same time."
While wiggling a French fry.
Yeah, wave a French fry at the camera, because my mom in the commercial, not my real mom, my mom in the commercial says you can eat off of them, or you can hang them off of a wall. And then they showed me waving a French fry at the camera, and I said, just don't do both at the same time. And whenever I was at a playground or anything, or anyone thought I looked familiar or something, that was the line they would always remember.
And we are probably the only family in America that still has a set of Hercules plates.
Yes, we do. Probably the only ones that collected them. Anyway, so a little bit of Goza trivia there for you. And you wanted to mention how you guys met. Zephyr and Corey, how did you guys meet?
We met at Not Back to School Camp. Another one of my Not Back to School Camp friends. I think most of our guests have been from Not Back to School Camp.
I think you're just about right, yeah. So another Not Back to School camper. And that's coming up. You guys will be going again?
Yes, this summer. This will be how many years for you? 6?
Yeah, this will be my 6th year.
Yeah, so she's old.
And this will be your 3rd.
Yes, my 3rd.
All right, so Not Back to School camp coming up for homeschoolers who aren't going back to school, and that'll be in end of August, September in Oregon, and then they also have a session in Vermont right after that.
I'm not going back to school. Do I get to go?
Sorry, you got to be a teen. We want to mention that we are now part of the Blueberry Network. That's Blueberry, BLUB, no E's, RRY.com. Happy to be part of them.
And we want to mention that we will be storming into California in April. We have quite a number of shows in Northern California, all around the Bay Area and Sacramento area for National Library Week and National Tax Day and all kinds of stuff.
So if you can't be there, we will be streaming one of the shows on April 15th. We hope to be able to stream the live performance, so you might be able to catch that online if you can't make it to the Bay Area. If you can't make it to the Bay Area, we've got shows in San Leandro, all throughout the southern Bay Area, the San Mateo County Libraries, Sacramento, Lodi, Modesto. The dates and times are on our website, activated-storytellers.com.
Okay, and don't forget our Be a Character contest. All you have to do is comment on our podcast. Tell us what you like, what you don't like, what you would like to hear. We will, from all the comments we receive, we will select someone to have a character named after them on our 80th podcast.
Right.
And if you're easy to impersonate, maybe I'll impersonate you when we do the character.
I don't know. That may be a threat. Well, that's about it for this time, and we are on our way to Reno, as we mentioned, and we're going to be meeting up in Reno with our Japanese family, we call them, that we visited in Japan. So maybe we can even get them on a podcast.
Again. Well, we'd like to thank Corey for joining us. Any final words, Corey?
Yeah, I just wanted to say hi to Keisha, actually, because I think she might listen to this, and hi to my parents, because I'm definitely going to make them listen to this.
Okay.
We'll catch you next time.
The Activated Storytellers perform at schools and libraries nationwide. On stage, we use American Sign Language, physical comedy, imaginative props, and a giant, oversized book to bring the stories to life. For booking information, check our website at www.activated-storytellers.com, where you can also find out when the Activated Storytellers will be performing near you. Read a story or order one of our audio CDs. Until next time.